What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, XRP's price is making the exact move that we were hoping for in yesterday's video, so I want to give you a quick update as to what is going on and what we can be expecting next. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. And don't forget, my friends, if you do want to start trading some Bitcoin, Solana, SWI, and many more cryptos on all the way up to 500x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you do sign up specifically with my link, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit, say, $3,000, they're going to give you $300 on the spot to start trading with. And whatever profit you make from that $300 is all yours, no strings attached. So if you want to withdraw it, reinvest it, you can do whatever you want with it. Again, it's all for you. So head down to that link down below if you do want to get access to that 10% bonus, because I do believe this is a fantastic platform. I've done a lot of trading on it myself. I do think you'll like it a lot. So feel free to check that out down below and let me know what you think. So before we talk about what's happening right now, let me give you a little bit of a recap of to what we've been talking about recently. Well, as you all know, what we have been tracking for XRP recently has been what's called the macro backtest. We all know that XRP's price had put in this high earlier, about 2021 roughly, in which it hit right up around $2. Now recently, XRP's price has done a really good job at clearing that $2 zone, but we did start kind of losing some steam and losing momentum right around $2.90 about a week or two ago. From there, of course, I told you all, hey, don't be surprised if we see XRP's price come back down and do what's called a back test, which is when it goes to a previous point of resistance and tries to flip it into support. And so as XRP's price has been pulling back and coming back down, I've been keeping you updated as it has been making this move back downwards to see if we were going to get the macro back test and continuation. I told you all pretty consistently, I'm under the belief that XRP's run isn't over yet. I do think we are going to see XRP's price try to push up towards, $3.40, $4 or so. And so because of that, the whole strategy and game plan recently has just been to try to scoop up some XRP on these bad days, track this downward movement, see if we can get those bulls stepping in when we need them to, and then use that to push higher. And now that takes us into yesterday's video, because we started to notice something. In yesterday's video, as the price was starting to pull back, I recognized the fact that I thought XRP was creating what's called a descending channel and a parallel channel, which means that you have, of course, a descending structure that is parallel, which looks like this, a descending parallel channel. And I wasn't 1,000,000% sure that this is what was being formed, because we were still like right here, but I was kind of on the thinking this feels like it's what's going to happen. And actually, if you go out to my Discord server, let's go to Insights with Tyler. Let's go up a little bit higher here. I said, everyone, I'm taking a little bit of a gamble here. I think this is the structure that XRP is forming, so going to do a rather decent sized DCA in here. And this, you can see, before we were putting in this bottom, I was saying, hey, I think this is the structure that's being formed, so I'm going to start doing some buying right now. And I told you on yesterday's video, this is kind of just speculation. It's just a guess. This is just what my gut is saying. So if it does play out this way, I will give you an update tomorrow. And well, here we are today. And so now that you have a bit of an update of what we have been tracking and hoping for, let's talk about what is happening now, because it is making that move that we hoped for, and it has now validated what we were speaking about in yesterday's video. And now I will warn you, some of the things that I may say in this video are gonna get a little bit confusing, especially if you're a beginner. So I just wanna let you know, if you're a beginner who is simply just trying to learn all this crypto stuff and just get better in general, or maybe you're advanced and you're just trying to add more tools to your toolbox, all that I want you to do is just stick around at the end of the video. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing over in the Discord server, because from all of the shows, the lessons, the classes, and live streams, and courses, and all the stuff that we're releasing on a daily basis, we have a community generating hundreds of percentages a day, every single day. I mean, you can go look, even on days like yesterday where the market was down, we had people bringing in 500% gains, 100% gains consistently over and over and over again. So again, if you're somebody who quite simply just wants to get better at this whole crypto thing, just stick around at the end of the video. So now that we of course have an idea of what's been going on, let's talk about what happens now. So now that I was correct in my guess, pure speculation at its finest, and now that we of course know that XRP is creating this descending parallel channel, what does this mean for XRP's price? Well, this is actually extremely bullish. What I want you to understand is that the descending parallel channel is the most bullish correctionary structure that there is in crypto. And what that means is that oftentimes when a crypto pumps to the upside, it's going to have to correct. It's going to have to pull back. It's just what we see. Sometimes we see it correct by just going absolute hammer time straight to the downside. Sometimes we see it correct by going slightly casually downwards. Sometimes we see it correct by just going sideways. And then obviously there are times where we melt upwards, but that usually is followed by one of these. And what I have come to recognize is this structure right here is the most bullish manner in which a crypto can correct. It is the perfect formula, the perfect combination for the bulls to relax, for the indicators to pull back, and for the bears to win just a little bit, allowing for that bearish liquidity to form so that, of course, those bearish liquidations can happen as the price does push upwards. And so I've come to recognize that about 80% of the time when a crypto puts in structure of this nature during a bull market, that it will break upwards. So therefore, this is my favorite structure in terms of corrections, and I really do like when these things happen. And what we can see is that is exactly what we're getting for XRP. This descending channel is the exact type of structure that you need in order to get those macro pullbacks and corrections without wrecking the chart, but also allowing the bears to win a little bit. And so what you need to understand is that although it doesn't guarantee that XRP is going to continue, the odds and the likelihood that XRP's price does eventually break out towards the upside and try to continue, we're talking 80-90%, which is great because it means that the back test on that previous point of resistance, that $2 zone, very well may be confirmed. We may see this resistance to support flip, and we may see XRP's price have a foundation below it to really start trying to continue upwards. This is all very, very good signs. Now, to even further confirm the fact that we might see this breakout to the upside, let's take a quick look at what all of our indicators are saying real quick. The daily RSI saw a beautiful reset back towards the 60% threshold, which is the lowest point that it's been since, let's actually go out and figure that out. The last time XRP was here was when its price was at 57 cents. That's hundreds of percentages ago, right? You got to think about that. We're at a level now that we were at way back here. I mean, look how crazy that is. Just this little pullback right here has allowed XRP's RSI to reset back to where we were right here. That's a huge reset. You look at something like your daily Bollinger Bands. XRP is fully reset back to that 20 simple moving average right here, which is a level in which historically it can bounce off of and try to continue upwards. If we do get rid of this one, let's actually pull up our MACD as well. And you can start to see what's happening here. On this daily MACD, although we did just get that cross, we're starting to get the intertwinement. And oftentimes when you get intertwinement, it doesn't mean that you're going to see a big pullback. Oftentimes what it can actually look like is something like this, where you get that pullback, but by the time the crypto actually starts pushing upwards, you're starting to see that momentum shift, and that's exactly what we're seeing right here. A little bit of like sideways intertwinement of the moving averages. And of course, your moving averages are a little bit of a lagging indicator, so I'm not going to rely much on the MACD, but it is a good sign that we are getting that little intertwinement there and not a full-fledged bearish crossover of our moving averages. So when you combine all those things together, it means that XRP is in a situation right now to which it very well could mimic what we saw back here and give us a beautiful breakout and a push upwards, which is exactly what we prepared for and planned for back here, and that's exactly what happened. So what you need to be on the lookout for next is, of course, the three-step verification that will follow once the breakout does happen. But what we're going to do and what I'm going to leave you with today is I'm just going to say, you know what? We're going to just wait. Instead of starting to plan on what happens with XRP once it breaks out of this and what you need to be on the lookout for, all that I want you to be on the lookout for to make this as simple as possible today is whether or not XRP's price can break above $2.50. If XRP's price can break above $2.50, that is going to be the first major step in getting this move towards the upside. It's not a guarantee, and I hope you do understand that. XRP might get rejected here just like we did here and head back towards the 50% threshold, back at like $2.12. And so knowing that some sort of threat like this could be on the way and that we might see XRP's price pull back a little bit, I don't even want to go too far ahead of ourselves and talk about what happens out here. Let's just focus on the breakout. So be watching this breakout very closely. Let's look to see if XRP can get this move outside of the descending channel or not, because whether it does or whether it doesn't will very likely determine what the rest of this week is going to look like and what the next things that we do are, whether we're buying or selling or longing or taking profits or whatever it may be, really will determined or dependent on what happens here. So let's watch this extremely closely. As it does play out, I will continue to update you and just set your alerts. If XRP's price can close the day above 250, we've gotten the breakout and things may very well get interesting, and I'll make a video for you as soon as possible. But if XRP does kind of roll to the downside, I'll let you know where to be on the lookout for, but do expect this price to start pulling back towards, 229 or possibly even as low as 218. But one way or another, I'll update you. Don't worry. I just wanted to center this video around the fact that we were right about this pullback. We were right about this structure, and we were right about the fact that this is very, very bullish and will very likely lead to a breakout to the upside. So now that you have that good understanding of that, tomorrow I'll update you as we do get this breakout or not breakout. So make sure that you do stay tuned for that. And again, watch $2.50 extremely closely. Now, as I mentioned before, if you're somebody who is quite simply just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, what I want you to do is I want you to join the Discord server. Now, in order to get access to the Discord server, you're going to have to go through the Patreon link, and it's the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, either $17 a month or $5 a month. But what that's going to get you access to, I think, is extremely valuable. There's insights with Tyler, for example, which is where I post some of my buys and my sells and just moves and things that I'm thinking and things like that. And feel free to kind of just pause and read some of this stuff as I do go. We have exclusive live shows, the one like Crypto Vault Live. This is a daily one, Monday through Friday, where we're going over just the market, what's happening, updating you on the news and more. We have technical analysis that goes out every day on all your favorite cryptos. We have daily fundamental analysis on the market itself. I've hired 2 teams of professional traders to post their buy and sell signals every day that they're trading. And guys, you got to think, these are people, entire teams of people who rely on trading in order to live, in order to eat, to pay their bills, right? So obviously there's a lot of pressure there, and they're professionals at this. So if you want to learn from people with that type of weight on their shoulders, you can go check that out down below. There are premium classes on things like a beginner's guide to XRP Ripple, the Bollinger Bands, the Fibonacci's, and much more, all of which you can access here. There's beginner's courses on things like leverage trading and technical analysis, and 3 more of these releasing over the next few weeks. Guys, these are 30 minutes long, 20-page presentations, cheat sheets, vocabulary sheets, everything you need in order to get started. And then, of course, there's Tips with Tyler, where, of course, I just give you random 2 to 3 minute long videos on just things that, of course, I think are beneficial. You can see it here, like setting up the Fibonacci's, taking profits, etc. Now, all in all of these things are contributing to build a community that is absolutely crushing. And as I showed you earlier, hundreds of percentages and gains every day. And look, I'm just going to scroll up, and you can pause at any given point and see the gains that they're printing, because this is just 2 days ago, all of these gains that we're seeing right here. And so if you, of course, do want to start learning all of these lessons, using these lessons to build your strategies and use that strategy to make a real profit in this world of crypto, all that I ask again down below is that you go check out that link. Okay, go check out the link to Patreon. It's the cost of a Netflix subscription or even more, but I'd be willing to say that it's more valuable than Netflix. So of course, go check it out down below. Let me know what you think, and don't forget, guys, we post 4, 5, 6, 7 videos here on the channel every single day. So if you have been enjoying them, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.